Canadians participated in March Madness, getting a cover feature article in Sports Illustrated in the process. On April 15th, Kayla Alexander became the 4th Canadian ever drafted in the first round of the WNBA draft, going 8th overall to San Antonio. And a few days later, Canadian coach Roy Rana led the world team to a second straight Nike Hoop Summit title over the USA Selects. In May, Andrew Wiggins, who had earlier won the Naismith Prep Player of the Year and Gatorade National Player of the Year awards, captured the ESPN Rise Player of the Year and Mr. Basketball USA title, the first Canadian to achieve those honors, and followed 115 years afterward in the footsteps of another Canadian pioneer, the game's inventor, Dr. James Naismith, by signing on at the University of Kansas. In June, our national under-16 cadet men's and women's team each went 4-1 at the FIBA Americas Championships to qualify for next year's Worlds, and we also announced Edmonton as the new permanent home of our senior women's team. And on June 27th, Anthony Bennett became the first Canadian drafted first overall in the NBA draft, going to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Kelly Olynyk, who went 13th overall to the Boston Celtics via the Dallas Mavericks, simultaneously became the 13th Canadian to be taken in the first round of the NBA draft and the 5th in 3 years. And so far this month, in July, Kelly has excelled at the NBA Summer League, and our under-19 junior men's and women's teams have finished 6th and 7th at the World Championships, with Tyler Ennis and Trey Lyles the top 2 scorers in the men's event, and Jamie Wisner making the all-tournament team in the women's, while the men's development team under Jay Triano finished its summer 15-2, narrowly missing a medal at the World University Games. But of course, the real objective for Canada basketball is to leverage all that promise and fuse together all that fascinating young talent to enable Canada's 2 senior teams to make the mark on the ultimate global stage, the FIBA World Cup for men and World Championships for women and the Olympic Games. Our senior women, ranked 9th in the world, already have 3 victories this summer over teams ranked ahead of them as they prepare under new head coach Lisa Tomaitis for their FIBA Americas Championships in Mexico in September. Today marks the start of the journey for our senior men as they gear up for their own FIBA Americas Championships in Venezuela later this summer. And to talk about that journey, I'm delighted to introduce the chief architect of our senior men's program, General Manager Steve Nash.